हेलो हाय सत श्री अकाल एवरीवन, हाउ आर यू ऑल। मुझे लगता है आप सभी अच्छे होंगे और खुश होंगे और मैथ्स के साथ मज़े कर रहे होंगे, इजंट इट? ओके, नाउ लेट्स स्टडी टुडे वन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट थ्योरम. Means we are going to study today hypotenuse median theorem. This theorem is a little bit longer, children, but if you understand the steps of the theorem, so you will be find it very easy. So it depends on you that you have to understand the steps and then only it will be easy, but it's a little bit longer, but if it is easy it will be easy for you. Okay, so let's study the statement first. What is the statement? In a right angle triangle, the length of the median of the hypotenuse, means एक right angle triangle में the length of the median of the hypotenuse, you know what is median here? BD. BD is the median. You know na children what is mean by median? Median is what? The segment joining a vertex and the midpoint of the side opposite to it is called the median of the triangle. As you can see, this BD, we have drawn BD is the median and D is the midpoint of AC. So as this is a right angle triangle, so BD we have drawn on hypotenuse AC. Okay, so the length of the median of the hypotenuse, what is that length? BD is means equals to, is what? Half the length of the hypotenuse. So you have to show that this BD is half of the length of the hypotenuse. And what is your hypotenuse here? AC is the hypotenuse. And you know children, I told you many times that if you study the statement carefully, given part you can write easily, to prove part you can write easily, and you can draw the figure also. These three things quickly you can do. Okay, so see, right angle triangle, so we have drawn the figure. Write one right angle triangle ABC. There is a median BD, okay, which is on the hypotenuse. And now here to prove this we need some construction. So here we have done some construction, and that construction is also very easy. What is this construction? Take point E. You have to take point E on ray BD such that BDE, means BDE are collinear points. Okay, and in the construction, when you have taken this point E on ray BD, that time we have to, by construction we are also getting that length BD and length DE are equal. See, length BD and DE are equal. This is the symbol shows that this BD and DE are equal by what? Construction. Okay, and let's study the figure again. This symbol is again there. What is that? AD and DC are what? Equal. Now why AD and DC are equal? As D is the midpoint of segment AC. Okay, D is what? D is the midpoint of AC. That's why AD equals to DC. Okay, now let's start the proof. Now children, first we have to take these two triangles ADB and CDE. Okay, now you know, whenever we are taking two triangles, you have to show that these two triangles are congruent. And you know, to show the triangles are congruent, you need three congruent parts of these two triangles. And it's very easy. You can see in these two triangles, see, segment AD is congruent to segment CD. Yes, so we write here segment AD is congruent to segment CD. Now why they are congruent? Because D is the midpoint of AC. So give the reason. D is the midpoint of AC. Okay, Now again children, you can see that this BD and DE is also congruent. Okay, and this congruent part we have got by the construction. In construction we have written na BD and DE is equal. So we can write now segment BD is congruent to segment ED, and as this we have got by construction, so you have to give the reason by construction. Okay, now you can see children these two angles. These two angles are which type of angles? Yes, they are vertically opposite angles, and you know vertically opposite angles are always equal. So let's write that angles. So we will write now angle ADB is congruent to angle CDE. See these two. So these are which type of angles? Vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now as the three congruent parts over, so you know beta ki these two triangles whatever we have taken are what? Congruent. Now we will write therefore triangle ADB is congruent to triangle CDE by what test? Very easy, you can see side angle side. So it by what test they are congruent? SAS test. Okay, now you know children very well, once the triangle congruent, its remaining part also congruent. So let's see which remaining part you need. Okay, so we need segment AB is congruent to segment CE, as this AE and CE belongs to this congruent triangle. Yes, that we have here just now shown that they are congruent. So let's write segment AB is congruent to segment CE, and the region is what? CSCT. What is the full form of this? Corresponding side of congruent triangle. Now again you can see angle BAD, this angle, see, angle BAD is congruent to angle, which angle? ECD. As you can see, these two angles are also belongs to this congruent triangle. So angle BAD is congruent to angle ECD, and here the reason is what? Wait. Here the reason is what? CACT. Okay. Now let's see this angle in the figure. Angle BAD can be written as angle BAC, and angle ECD can be written as angle ECA, because what is the reason? A, D, C are also what? Collinear points. So this angle BAD can be written as now BAC, and angle ECD can be written as ECA. So let's write that first. So here that is BAD can be written as angle BAC congruent to angle ECA, and here the reason is this one. They are collinear points. Okay, now let's examine these angles in the figure. See, this angle and this angle are what type of angles? Yes, they are alternate angles, and we have proved that these alternate angles are what? Equal. We got. Now as the alternate angles, this angle and these alternate angles are congruent, line AB is parallel to line CE. Yes, this line AB is parallel to line CE, and what is the reason for that? Alternate angle test for parallel lines. This we have studied in parallel line lesson. So here what we write now, we are getting by this that line AB is parallel to line CE. Okay, and here for this, what is the reason? Alternate angles test. Okay, now if line AB is parallel to line CE, now let's see, I am taking here line BC as the transversal. Let's see in the figure. See, AB is parallel to CE, and what is the transversal we have taken? BC. This BC. BC is what? Transversal. Now children, again, if BC is the transversal, you can see this angle and this angle are which type of angles? Yes, interior angles. So what we write now? Angle ABC plus angle ECB is equal to 180 degree, and these are which type of angles? Interior angles. Okay. Interior angles. Okay. Now you see in the figure that angle ABC, what is the measure of angle ABC? 90. Okay, so we put here 90 plus angle ECB is equal to 180. Just simplify. When you simplify, ECB is equal to what? 180 minus 90 is equal to 90 degree. So now you have got angle ECB also as 90 degree. Okay, so now let's take these two triangles now, ABC and ECB, means ABC and ECB, this one. This is ABC and this is ECB. Now you have to show these two triangles are congruent. Now let's write three congruent parts of these two triangles. Segment AB, see, segment AB is congruent to segment CE. This just we have proved here. See, we have proved here segment AB is congruent to segment CE. Here give this as number 1, suppose. Okay, so here let's write from 1. From 1. Now again see, angle ABC is congruent to angle ECB. This we have proved here. So write angle ABC is congruent to angle ECB. You can see this is 90 and ECB is also 90 degrees. So we can write here reason each 90 degree. Now again you can see children that this side BC is common to both this triangle. You see BC is there in this triangle. BC is there for this triangle also. So we will write segment BC is congruent to segment CB, as the side is common to both the triangles. So we will give the reason common side. Now once the three congruent parts over, we can write that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ECB. Now let's check it by what test? Now here we have taken this angle, okay, and this angle, this side, and again you have taken this side, this angle, this side. So SAS. So now the triangles are congruent by SAS test of congruence. Okay, once these two triangles are congruent, its remaining part also congruent. So let's see which remaining part we need here. We can take segment AC is congruent to segment EB. See, this AC belongs to this congruent triangles. So segment AC is congruent to segment EB. Now AC is congruent to EB. So what is the reason here? CSCT, corresponding side of congruent triangle. Okay. Now if AC and EB are congruent, that is AC and EB are equal. Now let's multiply both the sides by half or 1 by 2 you can say. Now as we have multiplied by half, we got half of AC is equal to half of EB. But you can see that this half of EB equals to what in the figure? See, half of EB EB. If I want to take half of EB, BD is there. So BD is what? BD is half of EB. So let's write, give this as number 2. Okay. So now in place of half of EB, what you can write? BD. So this become what? BD is equal to half of AC. Okay. And here we will give the reason from 2. Now you see this in the figure. This BD is what? Half of AC. Hence proved. This only you have to prove. So we write here, hence proved. Okay. So you can see, children, the theorem was very easy if you know the steps carefully and if you will study the figure carefully. So in this way we have proved that in a right angle triangle, the length of the median of the hypotenuse, means BD, is what? Half of the hypotenuse, that is BD is equal to half of AC. Okay, so I hope you understood this theorem very well. Thank you. Have a nice day.